Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. And we all hope that this second meeting between these sides this season will turn out to be a good one. He's found a way through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Driving forward. Good ball, good take.
That's good defending, very good defending.
That's a good foray he's making. Oh, that's fabulous.
Barnes.
And it's Michel Platini. Joe Linton, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Nice sequence of passes, this. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
I think it goes without saying, Peter, that Michel Platini will be standout here.
Yeah, a man, of course, who's been idolised by so many, but bettered by almost no man.
Yeah, maybe other players can do it on their day, Peter, but with this fella, he could do it repeatedly. He did it over and over again. It's because he had a wonderful understanding of the game and an incredible ability to read things before everyone else.
And he did it all with style and pizzazz, and that is the signature of the great man himself. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
And here's Messi. Hazard. Platini conjures time and space where few can. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho.
There he goes, motoring forward.
That's very neat. Ronaldinho powering forward here. Burn with the clearance. It'll be a throw-in. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. And that's really well manoeuvred. Well, that pass isn't the best. And it's Ronaldinho. That is good strength. Oh, nice touch. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, that's well seen too. It's a good ball out wide. Platini. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And here's Messi. Messi, upright and purposeful. Takes the shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
That has ended up in no man's land.
Platini. Now it's Barnes. De Bruyne. Oh, there's a probing ball. Platini. Played out towards the right wing. Could move up a gear here. Messi. That is lovely. He's shifting through the gears here. Messi steaming forward. And the referee says that is that for the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So your views on the first half?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time.
And please welcome our lads to the field. Substitution for Manchester United, number 21.
And we get things going again.
Number 11.
Manchester United clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try.
Oh no, this does not look good. Pass somewhat off target.
Oh, good ball! Great chance! It's fallen kindly here! Well, that has not gone well. Burn. Manchester United do appear to have made a half-time change.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
And here's Mbappe. Driving through the middle. Joelinton did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, he's been caught napping. Gordon! And that is wildly off target.
Spirited to say the least, certainly gave this crowd something to really cheer about.
Upamecano spots it and intercepts. Platini being hunted in packs.
Well, he needed subduing, and it was never going to be soft and gentle, so this could get ugly against them here.
Mbappe, shot a goal! That is delicious! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Oh, this looks sharp. Ronaldinho, and the counter is on. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Gordon. Into the channel. Barnes in acres of space out wide.
Newcastle really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Mbappe. And the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Substitution in progress.
Manchester United with the corner, their first. Defending of the desperate variety. That's really nicely played. Messi scooting, takes a shot! It's gone in, and it is an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
And it's made its way to him. Can he get on the end of this? That's travelling a long way. Tevez.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. And it's Livramento. Look at the space here. Can he finish? He's got a goal! Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Newcastle are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Here's and the finish!
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Now it's Mbappe. That is good alertness.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
There will be 3
That's
minutes
good play.
added time.
It's Ronaldinho! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Livramento. Wissa. Nicely weighted ball. Koulibaly cuts out the pass. And that is that. Manchester United...